All right, let's talk about Anemone. 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 Anemone.
Okay, don't hurt yourself.
Like I want to keep saying anemone. It's like the first time you say millennium. It also just, it's something in the mouth. There's peanut butter in there. Anemone follows Ray Stoker, a reclusive former soldier whose quiet life is upended when his estranged brother returns, forcing him to confront buried trauma and the ghosts of their violent past. Anemone! That's how I should just be saying it now. Anemone. I don't know how else to say this without it sounding so freaking stupid. The good. This film is the definition of every frame a painting. Say what you want about Ronan as a director, but wow, does he know excellent shot composition and the layers of cinematography it takes to pull off a masterfully painted frame. And this isn't possible without the incredible DP, Ben Fordsman. His attention to lighting and color and being able to take advantage of this fantastical setting just shows how in tune he is with the camera. And it shows. Anemone! I gotta stop saying it. Ooh! The soundtrack is... Woo! Bobby Krillick. Or Krilk. Krillick. It's probably Krillick. Holy crap. Just amazing. This movie soundtrack now is going in the, in that playlist that I have on Spotify of like the top TV and movie soundtracks that I just kind of put on to really make me feel things. That's where this goes. I have not stopped listening to this soundtrack. I'm serious. And I saw the film like 6 days ago. Yes, it takes me this long to edit these things. The haunting atmosphere doesn't just underscore the film, it breathes through it. A spectral presence that mirrors each character's rhythm and lingers between the silences. And that is as poetic as I can put it. The bad. I want to emphasize this before I really get into the bad. Before actually watching a whole bunch of interviews with Ronan and Daniel Day-Lewis on how they kind of speak to each other as well as speak toward the film and what they were doing to write it, to kind of present it, and then all the themes and imagery behind it. It was such a lower rating for me. But for some reason, this is the type of movie where you need to actually pay attention, but then also do a lot of research afterwards. At first, you're kind of like, what the f is this? Now, I don't know if that's really necessary when it comes to filmmaking, is having these companion pieces that, weave themselves into the narration or into your viewing experience. But I just wanted to make sure that that was abundantly clear, because this is kind of before of what I was thinking, and it still somewhat applies. So keep that in mind. This movie reeked of artistic imitation. And the only way to cover up that stench was using overtly metaphorical imagery, long pauses, and the use of the Ken Burns effect on every shot. Or, you key once at the beginning of the frame and then key at the end, and then you bring in just a little bit more on all of the axes of the actual frame itself. You know what I mean? The Ken Burns thing, where it kind of just like this, it just keeps coming in. There's a sense of filmmaking immaturity that is prevalent throughout Anemone, using beautiful shots and incredible acting to mask the level of storytelling that seems to be meant for an audience that likes a lack of plot and cinematic momentum. But this all really doesn't matter until you watch Daniel and Ronan speak on the imagery and purpose. So, me, right? Also, this movie is B-O-R-I-N-G. Boring. Which is the most upsetting thing since the performances were stellar. Anemone is a perfect festival film that has everyone clapping for 15 minutes, looking around at each other in confusion and essentially waking up after a nap. The issue is that the creators spent too much time on what each image means and what each religious pagan metaphor was used to express a character's lack of expression, that they forgot an essential part of a movie, the entertainment piece. There were so many moments that could have had a punch to them, similar to the third act, but an entire story centered around an ashamed veteran coming to terms with his past could have been way more exciting. Overall, I'm very conflicted over this movie. On one hand, it's an eye-rolling, artsy, imitation indie film that will make you fall asleep. On the other hand, it's this thematic character study that catches your attention with Daniel Day-Lewis and Sean Bean absolutely killing it. Like I said, before watching the interviews with Ronan and Daniel, I would tell you never to watch this movie. But after listening to their very odd father-son conversations and learning more about the imagery and themes they actually took the time to pour into, I would now tell you to actually go out and see it. So, me, right? So this one's up to you. I've given you everything that I've felt. Now it's up to you.
You're going to hell, brother. Family reunion.
What did you think? Can you pronounce anemone and anemone? Anemone. Anemone. Oh my God, how do you say it again? Anemone. And yeah, I'm saying the same thing. It just doesn't sound like a real word, okay? I'm just saying. I would ask you what your favorite Ronan one is, but this is his first film, and man, first film at $35 million budget. What's your secret? I need to know. But in all honesty, you did a very fantastic job with the actual imagery of the movie. Most directors, especially their first time, whether or not you come from, a name, shit the bed, so to speak.